it's Katie with Hill Country Hands. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing an Easter craft with my mom and Mackenzie. It's just a little thing I saw on Pinterest. I wasn't really able to find like a step-by-step on Pinterest, but it's basically a little picture like of your child, and then you use cotton balls around it to make it look like a bunny with like ears, and then you use your kids' footprints as like the feet. So I will be sharing that craft with you today. We're hoping to make a handful of them to send out to family members as like a little Easter card. So it doesn't seem like it's a very expensive craft. We have construction paper, we have paint, glue, and then cotton balls, and then pictures that we're going to use. And with everything going on right now, I'm planning on using some pictures that I'd already had printed out that I was just going to put in an album. So we're just going to use those. Hopefully it's not too hard. I think the hardest part will just be getting her to let us dip her feet in paint, because we've done some similar crafts in the past and she just doesn't like the paint on her feet kind of feeling. But hopefully it goes good today. I will share it with you, so hopefully maybe you can do this craft at home with your kiddos. So for the supplies, we have this is like some heavy construction paper that's white, cotton balls, I got scissors, a pencil to kind of make the ears, and I don't have pink paint, but I have red and white, so we'll mix that together to make pink. Like I said, I couldn't find like an actual step-by-step, but here is kind of what we're going for. I just have a handful of pictures. With everything going on, I wasn't going to go try to print pictures. These are just pictures that I have like an extra copy of, so we're just going to use her little face. Okay, baby. So I definitely think it's like a two-person job depending on how old your kid is, but to be able to have somebody to help like hold her just when dealing with paint was very helpful. So we did a couple sheets of the left foot and then a couple sheets of the right foot. My mom bought a little bit brighter paint over, and we just added a little bit of white to it. We did get the non-toxic paint. So we decided to try just to use the colored cardboard as the ears. Poster board. It's not cardboard, I guess it's poster board. I think earlier I called it construction paper.
I think the poster board is a little bit stiffer than the construction paper.
And then we're going to probably glue the picture to the poster board, the white poster board, and then work off of that way it has something to stick to. So we have our white piece of poster board, and the footprints are dried and cut out, and then I cut out the ears from the poster board, the pink poster board that we had, and then the picture that we're going to use, glue, and then the cotton balls. So I'm going to start by cutting this picture a little bit. So I'm going to glue it down a little ways from the top so the ears can hang off, and do it about in the middle. You just don't want your ears to hang off too much because you want the ears to be able to stick to the paper, to have something to stick to. So there we've got the ears and the picture on. Just hold the ears down so that they stick really good because they start kind of trying to curl upward. Glue on the ears. We just like outlined the ear with glue. And then we just started pulling apart the cotton some just to thin it out because you want to be able to see the pink through a little bit. This is one of the smaller ears and smaller faces that I have on all the ones that we did, so it's a little bit harder. I think it's easier if you have a bigger picture of your baby's face. So when you're looking at pictures to pick some, I would pick the ones with the face being a little bit bigger because this one's a little bit on the small side. And if your kiddo is older, then you can get them to help you do some of this part. Mackenzie's just too young right now to do that. She would just try to eat everything or make a big mess. So really she just helped with the footprints, but if your kiddos are older, she did help me pull apart some cotton. So I feel like those look pretty good. They're not perfect. And then we went ahead and we make a circle around her face. Started doing the cotton around that. Again, thin it out so that you can see the face. I kind of need a bigger circle for this one because her face is so small in this picture. I kind of went a little bit further around than just where her face is, just so you can see it. I don't want the cotton to like take over. The next part, you're gonna go ahead and outline like how big you want the body to be. So, you know, obviously, depending on how big your kid's feet are, it's going to be bigger or smaller. The one I saw on Pinterest, the kid was a lot younger, I think, so the feet were like half the size of this, so it wasn't a very big card. You want to be able to at least have enough space to glue the feet to. So just start with like an outline of it, and then slowly start adding in the cotton. Oops. You seem to use less cotton and make it a little bit easier if you kind of keep the cotton together and just thin it out like in a line. Push it down all really good. You just want to make sure all the little spots are filled in. So I made sure all the spots are filled in. It is kind of heavy. Originally I was going to cut this part out just to make it prettier, but I think since it's so big, it actually needs the support of this back part. So it's kind of heavy. The glue's still wet, so it's going to be heavier than it is when it dries. And then just go back and make sure that you got all the pieces that have the pictures behind it. So I see like a little bit right here. Like I said, I didn't want to get too close to her face, so I'm not going to go like inward anymore, but right there I saw some picture. And then now we're going to add the feet on. This is also just Elmer's glue, but this one was extreme, so it seems like it was a little bit stickier, but almost out of it. Down really good. See, so I could have made it even smaller. I probably should have made it a little bit smaller and come down here. So that way it wouldn't be so heavy and I'd have more room for Mackenzie to ride on. This one doesn't have a whole lot of room. Alright. So this is how it turned out. I think it's super cute. Like I said, I think I would try on my next one, I'm going to try to make it a little bit smaller. The one that I had looked at off of Pinterest was definitely smaller. This is a lot bigger. But the one on Pinterest, I don't think they were trying to like make it into a card. So I'm trying to like make this into like an actual card. And then my original plan was also kind of to let her color down at the bottom. But this one doesn't really have room. But these are some of the other ones that we made yesterday. Like I said, each one's going to be a little bit different. Even if you used the same picture for each one, they'll probably all be end up being a little bit different. Just because you're hand making them, so they're not all going to be exactly the same. I think they came out super cute. It's a little bit harder to see her little face. So that is the craft. I hope that was helpful. I hope that maybe that's an idea that you could do with your kiddos while everybody's at home right now. It was a fun little project. Like I said, I think if your kid is a little bit older, it's probably even more fun because they can help you a little bit more. But I think that Mackenzie's some of our family that's going to get one. I wish I could make one for everybody, but it's not that time consuming, but I don't have time to make one for everybody in our family. But the family members that we're going to send these to, I think that they are going to really love them and brighten their day during these kind of stressful times right now. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.